It's extra drama for super thriller number 3, No Place to Hide. Hi, everybody. It's me, your host, Marissa Flaxbart, and I'm joined once again by the amazing, the wonderful, the brilliant Jack Shepard and Tanner Greenring of the Babysitters Club and lately Strange Bedfellows.
Can I just say a quick note?
Absolutely.
All the descriptors you put in front of our names sound like they just applied to Jack.
Oh, I heard it. I actually heard it as I was saying it, and I was like,
Can
I
you
hope
do
Tanner's
another run
not
at
upset.
it and say all the descriptors for me too?
I think it was fine. I think people got it.
I could come up with even new ones for you if you want your own.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm not.
I want them equally as flattering as Jack's descriptors.
The tall, the
Okay, it's just a fact.
well-read,
Innocuous.
the muscular
Harmless.
Tanner Greenring. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I thought maybe it could like go in a different place. I hope that wasn't like I didn't objectify you too much there, Tanner.
No, it's fine. You described Jack and like you talked about how like his sort of mental facilities.
Sure. Okay, so all right. I'm trying to think of a funny
Let's
way
say
to
fine.
say.
I think fine is good.
Fine. Like foin or like
Fine. No, we're not trying to objectify. You're fine.
Sure.
yeah.
Non-problematic.
College graduate.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was
College
never.
graduate.
Barely.
I was a question mark because I don't want to make any assumptions. But that's an accomplishment, and I want to laud you for it, Tanner.
Thank you. I did graduate from college. I have a double major in film. Both majors.
Wow.
Both degrees.
Well, that's such a perfect segue into one of the things that I wanted to talk about on today's Extra Drama. I was a film studies major in college, film studies, so it was like film theory.
I was a film studies in major in college too, but I was also a film production.
Excellent. I did not have that option.
I know how to make them. I know how to criticize them.
Very nice. And that's like the two thumbs of two thumbs up,
Mm-hmm. I'm Ebert and Roper, the iconic duo.
I met Richard Roper once at a bar called the Regal Beagle.
Wow.
Oh.
And he bought me a drink. That's a true
People in
story.
LA didn't drink because they have to drive everywhere.
It was in Chicago. The Chicago Sun-Times is the newspaper that at which he worked. Works? I don't know. I don't keep up with Richard Roper, but
He's dead.
No, that's Gene Siskel. Is who you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. Who is sadly
Tanner?
dead.
I've got good news for you about Richard Roper.
Yeah, he's
still with us?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So why are we talking about this? Oh, right, because we took a class in my fourth year of college, my final year, that was all about a movie called Vertigo. And strangely enough, even though we really studied this movie to death, it became my favorite movie and remains my favorite movie, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Have you guys seen Vertigo?
Sure. I've got vertigo. I'm afraid of heights.
I took
That's
a
what
class in
Jimmy Stewart
college
says. Yeah.
where we exclusively watch Hitchcock films.
All right. So
Yeah.
perhaps you remember that a major plot point in the film Vertigo is that there's this lady, and she looks exactly like a lady in a painting.
Oh, yeah.
And a man becomes obsessed with the lady in the painting and is trying to figure out, is she real or is she a ghost? And part of the whole deal with this lady is that she is the descendant of a woman who killed herself or fell to her death from a tall place.
Right, from a bell tower,
this
I think.
woman keeps also falling. For example, she goes into a trance and falls into San Francisco Bay. And Jimmy Stewart has to rescue her because he's following her everywhere. Because he was hired to, but also he's like obsessed with her. And ultimately, she falls off of a big tower.
Which sucks for him because he's got vertigo.
Yes. Yeah. But that fall It's just a cover up.
What's your point with all this, Marissa? I don't understand. It's all just like a long non sequitur. What's going on?
Look, we get that you went to film school, okay?
I just wanted to talk about my favorite movie, Vertigo. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I bring it up.
Yes, it's exactly the plot of this book, and I get what you're saying. We know, as Babysitter's Club enthusiasts, we've always known that Francine Pascal is the inferior young adult novel writer.
Well, I mean, there is
which is what you're trying to say, right?
I feel like that's a little bit of a leap. I was just saying the book's like Vertigo. I didn't want to bring Anna Martin into this at all, but
yeah.
I mean, it should be noted, Francine Pascal didn't write this book. Or any of the books in the Sweet Valley High series.
And Anne barely wrote any of those dang Babysitter's Club books.
Yeah.
So they have that in common, at least.
Okay. I do think that there is a certain admirability in the way that story was remixed into this book. You know, it wasn't like a point for point adaptation or theft of Vertigo. It was like somebody saw Vertigo and was psyched about it and picked their favorite parts and were like, how can we make this a Sweet Valley High thriller?
And they did an amazing job.
You know, The Simpsons did it with dang Rear Window and everyone celebrated it. You know? They're like, oh, The Simpsons did Rear Window. How clever, how fun.
Yeah.
But now Francine does it with Vertigo, and everyone's like,
all of a sudden.
IP theft.
Torches and pitchforks.
You know?
Right.
Come on.
I think that it remains to be seen what everybody is doing. You know? Maybe we can encourage everybody.
It sounds like you're coming out with your pitchforks and torches.
Yeah.
I think you're projecting.
I want to take Francine to task, if I may, since we're kind of just piling on her.
You may.
So... this is just embarrassing, just amateur stuff.
Right.
At the beginning of this novel,
that's what we're all thinking here.
Come on, at the beginning of this novel, it's not central to the plot of the movie. Or is it a book? It's a book.
It is a book.
It's not central to the plot of the book, but Francine is like, Elizabeth is like bored this summer because her boyfriend Jeffrey French is out of town. Her boyfriend is Todd Wilkins.
Sorry, do you mean Todd Wilkins? On! Jesus, Francine. You know what you got to do, Francine? Write a Bible to keep this stuff straight.
Ask somebody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, like you can have at this point you've sold how many books? Get an admin who can write down and just keep track of the basic stuff. Come on, Jeffrey French. It doesn't even
Bantam Books. Hey, Bantam Books.
Come on,
hire a fucking editor.
Yeah,
guys, come on.
So that's amateur stuff. So
amateur hour over here at Bantam. Books.
You know, you guys may be closer to really an accurate observation than you realize, because Jeffrey French is come and go, but Todd Wilkins is forever. So
okay, see, and that's what I've always said.
It's really a shame. Sorry for any French heads out there.
And please put it on a t-shirt.
I need some merch, actually. So maybe that's a strong candidate. All right,
I'll wear that.
Okay, if I make that shirt, I will send you one for sure. And you too, Tanner. Although, I mean, do you have something else? Something else I've said? Maybe that was clever.
I'm not sure I'd fit into the shirt. I'm so muscly. Yeah, so tall and muscly.
No, I'll make sure to make it available.
Just tear right out of it
in tall, muscular, college-educated sizes.
Yeah. I'm so smart that I would figure out a way to fit into this shirt.
It wouldn't fit over your head.
The right size.
It wouldn't fit over your head.
Ooh. All right, fellas. Let's keep the peace here by turning to a topic that is really, really your...
That was literally Jack and I complimenting one another.
Yeah.
It sounded aggressive, but it was us praising him.
I thought you were saying that Jack was like conceited.
No, I'm saying he's got such a huge head because of his brains.
Yeah.
A literally huge head. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking metaphorically, as I'm wont to do.
No.
How about this book was very unusual in terms of all it stands alone in all of the Sweet Valley High novels we've read and discussed on the book so far. Like the gothicness of it, the nature of the crime ? That they're solving. Like I'm not exactly sure what Uncle John is put in prison for. Is it like fraud? I don't know. But my point is not that
he was put in prison for like essentially a prank.
Yeah.
Right?
Like he did a prank on his brother.
I wrote down the note, what crime? Mail
Yeah,
fraud?
that's a good point.
Fraud?
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah.
I guess he kidnapped a girl.
Kind of kidnapped. He's like pretty kidnappy.
She was there of her own volition, though.
Kicked a dog.
He did kick the dog.
Should be a crime.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's a good call. Oh, but it did feel a little bit more like maybe something that would have happened in Stony Brook, Connecticut. What do you guys think?
Oh, this had real mystery Babysitter's Club mystery vibes to me.
It's so close to a mystery book that we read that I don't remember the name of or the plot of, but there is a house in the woods where someone is doing nefarious business, Jack, and I'm saying this to you so you can help me remember. And Dawn goes and uncovers it, and it's a guy who's living out in the woods.
He's a rich man. He's very rich.
Man.
He's a playboy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Russell
do you
Kincaid.
remember? He's looking at, here we go. All around me are familiar faces. Jack Googles.
You can't do our segment on her show.
I do appreciate your singing it, though, because I don't have access to the audio file to like plug in the edit, so I can use you singing it.
Yeah.
I will tell you. Is it? Hang on. Is it? No.
As I was reading it, I was like, this is just perilously close to a literal Babysitter's Club mystery book.
Wow.
Is it Kristy and the Cat Burglar?
Maybe.
Yes, that's what it is. It's Kristy and the Cat Burglar. It's the last book in the mysteries, number 36. And it's
definitely the one that's the like most crime heavy.
Has a gun.
Yeah, and he threatens these girls with a gun.
Yeah.
Well, do you know when it was written?
Yes, I can tell you.
Probably like 87,
98.
Something like that. Shit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, it was actually just before this one. Okay.
Yeah, just before this one.
It was like November 88.
Yeah, and so Francine kind of took it from Anne.
Probably enough time to steal it and rewrite it and publish it.
Yeah.
Okay. So your girls, your babysitters. How would have comported themselves in a similar way to Nicholas Morrow and the Wakefield twins, or
absolutely in every way, in every single way they would have. Just the most convoluted, ill-conceived scheme. The one thing they don't have, they would have definitely thrown the pebbles. They would have distracted Uncle John at the front door. The one thing they don't have is a Jeep.
Yeah, so there's a Babysitter's Club mystery that's I think Claudia and like the mystery money. It's like they fall afoul.
It's art thief.
No. This one is the counterfeiters. They fall afoul of like what's clearly like an extremely sophisticated group of like mob associated counterfeiters, and they're like, let's just confront them, the three of us.
Right, 3 teen girls.
And they do almost get shot in a parking lot.
Right.
So they're definitely like I wanted to like my initial reaction is like Kristy would call the cops. Surely Kristy would call the cops.
No.
But
if anyone would call the cops, it's Dawn, and she would call Sergeant Johnson.
Yeah.
Their friend cop.
Yeah.
Even he wouldn't do a good job.
Let me flip this on you, Marissa, because I've only read Sweet Valley High main canon books.
Sure.
And I felt that these girls were acting counter to like how I know them. Like Jessica is completely unselfish in this novel. She's like, yeah, I'll just do like honestly, we'll do whatever it takes to like help my friend and like like she like at no point like does she put her own ego or her own goals like in front of the mission. She's always like ready to help and like put her life in great danger and like worried about her sister. Like I think, if I may, the Sweet Valley twins are acting a lot more like babysitters than the other way around.
Well, and who's stealing whose intellectual property now?
Thank you.
I think that the thriller plots do bring that out of the twins because all of the kind of enmity, I mean, that's a little too strong of a word, that they have in the regular course of their lives really gets driven out of them by like crisis circumstances.
Okay.
So if truly like people's lives are on the line, Jessica puts her petty bullshit aside and like steps it up to...
So this is Francine's sick game. So what Francine is doing is she created these monsters and realized that like she doesn't like them, and the only way she's like Jigsaw. The only way she can get them to like find their true selves or like find their moral center is by like creating a like
play a game?
Exactly.
Oh dear. Wow. I reluctantly agree with you. Francine is a lot like Jigsaw.
Francine is a lot like Jigsaw, and put that on a t-shirt.
And they're like Jigsaw's. Yeah, put that on a t-shirt. I'll buy it.
Okay, that's Tanner's
Put that up on your merch shop. And the twins are like Jigsaw's victims because they do learn and grow from it.
No, they learn and grow.
Well,
and they like put their differences aside.
Scarred. You seen the Jigsaw? You seen the Shaw movies, Marissa?
I saw one of them. I'm not sure which one.
It seems like you need to watch all of them if you're going to be an effective commentator on these
Did you tell your listeners to watch all the Saw films before they listen to the
I mean, they've heard it
episode?
here first from you, Tanner, that in order to fully appreciate the Sweet Valley verse.
You should watch
There's
all the
only
songs.
like 12 of them. Yeah. Just go watch them.
Yeah, new ones coming out every year. So I think I would say that that's actually also, this dynamic is also at play in this book because Jessica, before there's a crisis, is a real piece of work. You know, she doesn't want to, she only wants to talk about boys. She's not that excited about her job at the paper unless there's a prospect of covering mall news.
And vote for the shady, sexy Silver Fox.
She's hot for Kincaid, and she has no time for Nicholas Morrow, who now that he's a sad boy.
Oh yeah, Nicholas Morrow's a real pill.
Can I so you mentioned
I don't see what Barbara sees in Nicholas Morrow. He's just like this weak sad sack.
Been through a difficult time.
Oh, so attractive.
But Barbara doesn't know about that though. We do know what Nicholas sees in Barbara though. He tells Elizabeth about it. He says, there's a real solidness to her personality.
Okay.
And I think that's the book telling us Barbara's not a ghost, you guys.
She's not a ghost.
Don't worry. She's not a ghost.
Yeah.
There's a solidness to her personality.
I think it's like it's the lady doth protest too much. You know, it's like she's saying like, oh, you know, like she's not a ghost, right?
Right. She's
very like, solid.
Joke's on you, Nicholas. You know, her personality is the only thing about her that's solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's made out of ectoplasm.
They do kiss, though.
They do a big kiss.
You can kiss a ghost.
Yeah.
And you can kiss a ghost.
Have
and
you
that's
seen
something
Casper?
I was surprised about. Yeah. Christina Ricci does do a big kiss with Casper.
Yeah, she does do a kiss on Casper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's what brings her back to life. I haven't seen Casper since I was maybe
no memory
10.
of it.
Do they do any kissing in 13 Ghosts, Tanner?
Yes, it's actually the culmination of the film.
Yeah, there's kissing the ghosts.
Well, you know what? If you can kiss a ghost, this whole idea we're throwing out there of dating a ghost is really looking a lot more attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do all sorts of stuff with a ghost. You can get to third base with a ghost.
Yeah, but not beyond that. But
no, only thirds as far as it goes. Well, that's perfect for Sweet Valley.
Yeah.
Well, listen, fellas, I cannot thank you enough for reading No Place to Hide.
I loved it.
217 pages of it.
I know, it was like journeying through the desert. It was like so long.
It was great.
One of the longest books I've ever read.
Thank you for
in my
introducing us to it. It was fantastic.
Oh, well.
It was very good.
You're very welcome.
Sorry. It was fun to read. It was very poorly written.
Yeah, I mean, that's what goes on a t-shirt, I think. A slogan for the series as a whole. Thank you so much. Do you want to take this other opportunity to plug your stuff?
We can plug our stuff again?
Yeah.
We already plugged our stuff. Let's plug some secondary stuff.
Okay.
Well, I've got a podcast about Pokemon.
No, come on.
Called Experience Share, a Pokemon podcast. expshare.com. expshare.
Well, you know, we put usually often we'll put the we'll announce how you can find Tanner's Pokemon podcast in our Babysitters Club podcast. So that's probably the best way to find it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
You think people should go find the Babysitters Club
go
podcast
find the Babysitters
first,
Club podcast, listen,
and find your way to the Pokemon podcast.
When you get to an episode where we announce where you can find your Pokemon podcast.
I would recommend that.
With another man.
Jack and I wrote a book about 10 years ago called A Review of My Cat. I think it's still available on Amazon.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Tanner found a review that we hadn't seen at the time from like 2014 that was like, I can't remember what website it was on. It was like Slate or something, but it was like 5 Tumblr to book deals that should never have happened.
So it was a listicle about the book.
Yeah, we were one of them.
Oof. The irony.
Anyway.
That's dark.
Yeah. Anyway, listen to our show.
But I think people should read it, and I love the idea of finding your way to experience share through the Babysitters Club. Once again, it's been my great honor and pleasure to have both of you intelligent, well-read, college graduate,
tall,
muscular,
muscly.
tall guys on the show with me.
Thank you so much.
Jack, how tall are you?
5'8"3/4.
That's not very tall.
And that's being honest, because I could say 5'9".
Taller than me.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, it's all relative.
This was lovely. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And Gladiators.
Gladiators, you can hear Marissa on our show.
Yeah. We just had her on. It was great. We talked about playing with fire.
Yeah.
Sweet Valley
Right,
Mystery
remember
number
playing
3.
with fire, Gladiators? It's the one where Jessica and Bruce go out.
Yeah.
Oh, and she becomes like a Stepford wife.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
She goes shops at the Boston shop. She won't play tennis with him because he likes to win and she's better than him at tennis.
Yeah, and everyone has sex with their cars.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to learn about whether or not you are having sex with your car when you get into your car, there's one place to find out about that. And
Spoiler
it's the episode
alert.
of
You are.
I said whether or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you said spoiler alert. You are.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I have my headphones turned down. So it makes it easier to talk over my guest. Which recently, I got a comment from somebody on Instagram that said, please stop interrupting your guests.
Oh, no, please do. Because if you didn't, we would just control it. Knowing Jack, we would just take over the show. And
I've been good. I've been good. I'm the director of our show, and so it's very hard for me not to just like get into the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have not done that.
You did.
You've been a good boy
great
tonight.
Thank you.
You guys are both great. And Gladiators, you're great too. Thanks for listening. And tune in next week when we're going to finally be Lost at Sea. Won't that be fun?
What book is that?
It's called Lost at Sea.
Which number?
56.
Wow.
It's 56 of these dang things?
Oh boy. There's a lot more than that. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
So wait, Super Thriller number 56?
No.
Oh, just regular old baby. Sweet Valley High.
Yeah. At some point, the regular books and the super thrillers do kind of like merge into one, and the books all start to be thrilling and about like evil twins.
That kind of happened with the Babysitters Club too. A little bit.